Okay. 9, 7, 5,
Oh,
4, 3, 2. I was trying to do it odd numbers, but it just kept going away from me. It kept going
Zero.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
Hey, yo, right? Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
What's going on? What's going on? What's up? What's up, people? You already know what it is. Today is Monday, and on Monday, you already know what we do. Bobby, talk to him. Give him. I'll let you do the intro. You do the intro.
And what's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining us. Even if you're watching the show a little bit later, we still appreciate the views so much. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and if you can, share. Make sure to tell a friend, let them know what's going on. We're giving you some entertainment news that
You
You
can
can
use.
use. Hey, I love
Thank you
it.
so much for joining Technically Speaking News, where we are giving you news that you can use. So, let's go around the room real quick. Corey, let's go ahead and just start with you. Typically, we give a quick briefing of what we've kind of been doing the last week prior to just jumping straight in the show. This allows our viewers to kind of get to know us better on a personal level, and help to connect us with our viewers. So, if you are tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from. Talk to us. Let us know what you did this past weekend, and maybe we'll bring it
Yeah.
up in the show. Bring it up
Shout
as
out
a
your
topic.
city,
Let's
man.
see.
Shout out your cities. Shout out your city. But
Yeah.
this weekend, man, this weekend there's a lot going on. But honestly, for me, I didn't do too much. Nothing. You know, our guest Chris, who was on the show, C. Michael Childs. He was at the Los Angeles um book book festival and although I didn't get a chance to get there because I wanted to, it looked really nice from the output online. I pretty much was working though, and just kids handling, but I cooked, and you know what, I feel like doing it all over again. I used to do this thing called Cooking with Coco, aka Who's Hungry.
Nice.
I used to get a lot of views from the food I
Nice.
made. I made some barbecue ribs. I made
Mm.
some corn. I made what else did I make? Cornbread. I made candy yams. I got down in the kitchen, man, and it felt
Sounds
so
like
good.
some good old Southern food, man.
No,
Sounds
the only
good.
thing was different was the mac and cheese, and I was like, yeah, if I do mac and cheese, I might get burnt out where I wouldn't want to cook again for a long time. So I was like, you know what? Let me just keep it simple, keep it super simple.
Yeah.
Dinner should be simple.
Yeah, dinner.
Monday nights get busy. We all hop on in different times. We're in different time zones. When I get home, I gotta cook pretty quickly.
Yeah,
So
but I did that yesterday. I did it for Sunday dinner. I did that for Sunday dinner. But
nice.
I cooked today too some rice and some orange chicken from Trader
Mm,
Joe's. Y'all got a Trader Joe's out there, Bobby?
we do.
Yeah,
Yes.
Trader Joe's.
Yep.
Overpriced ass Trader Joe's. It's
Man,
nice though. It's nice.
look, I found out Trader Joe's is not expensive as Sprouts and
Oh
Whole
yeah.
Foods.
Yeah,
That's
Sprouts and
true.
Whole Foods are definitely more expensive.
Yeah,
But
and
it's a
I'm
different type of people, man. I gotta say, all right, here's my experience because I'm new to TJ Maxx or the TJ
Trader
Trader
Joe's.
Joe's experience, right? TJ's. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I went in there and I wasn't in the best mood on one of these occasions because those people in there, they got super special energy, right? And so if you're
Oh
not
yeah,
up on that level, you can bring the people around you down, right? And I guess I wasn't up on that level, and it affected somebody in the next lane so much that they had to speak out and say, I don't understand why people come to Trader Joe's with a bad attitude, yada, yada, yada. And I'm thinking to myself, this is why I don't come to motherfucking Trader Joe's right here, that right there, but Trader
they
Joe's.
they heard you. They were like,
Donald, just say I'm the problem. Okay.
hey, "It's me. It's not
It's
you."
Yep.
me, not you. That's funny. Oh
Trader
man.
Yeah,
Joe's.
I love me some Trader
Well,
Joe's. I ain't gonna lie.
here in San Antonio, we've got some weird weather going on.
Oh wow.
Typically, they say, oh, April showers brings May flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Cute. So cute. But it's been raining for like the last 4 days here, which is one rare, but two, we had two cold fronts come in. No lie, it was 56 degrees this morning when I walked out of the house. I was like,
That's
Texas,
crazy.
what are we doing? It should be warm right now. We should be hitting like a high of 85. It should be pretty temperamental weather right now. It should be beautiful, and it is cold outside and it is wet.
When it's
So
cold outside.
it can make for some scary driving conditions, but man, let me tell you, that did not stop me. I had a tree I had to knock down. My husband got my chainsaw ready for me while I was out there killing that tree. We had to burn it up. I had to put it up in sticks and everything and put in a burn belt, and I planted a bunch of seed. Like right when it started raining, I was out there poking holes in the ground, pouring seed, little soil and fertilizer. I was like, we're about to grow some grass in this area.
Yeah, I ain't mad
Make
at
it
that.
making use. So like, all right, Lord, go ahead and bring the rain. Go ahead and water these little seeds.
Bring the rain.
Because we get to like some really bad like droughts here in South Texas.
Right.
And so when it does rain like this, even though like sometimes it sucks, you just got to be appreciative of it because there's going to be a time where there won't be any rain. So.
Right. What about you, OG? What you do this weekend, man?
What did I do this weekend? I went and did a little bit of work on Saturday, cleaned a pool and a filter, shot a video of it. Yesterday, just chilled out, relaxed. Spent a lot of time watching wrestling. It was WrestleMania weekend this weekend, so I watched that. And yeah, that was about it, man. We went and had some pastries from a couple little like shops from Culver City. I don't know, Corey, maybe you've heard of them. They're called The Lodge. They make like fresh bread and pastries and whatnot. It was pretty good. Okay. A pretty good sandwich.
Where's Culver City?
Yeah, Culver City is where Sony Studios is out here.
Can you spell it for me?
Yeah, it's CULV as in Victor ER.
Yep. Okay, Culver. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, are you saying Clover? But no, yeah. I got you now. Culver City. Yeah. Gotcha.
But man, thank you for telling me. I'm a sucker for pastries. Okay, when it's my birthday, don't give me no money, don't give me no cards. Father's Day, don't give me no gifts. Give me some pastries. Yep.
It was good. Definitely specialty. They're like $7-8 if you go there, but they're well worth it, and they're big. Like I got like one that was like that big, man.
It's called The Lodge.
Yeah, it's called The Lodge.
All right, I'm gonna have to check them out. Shout out to The Lodge. If y'all see us, you know that Corey Giovanni wants some pastries. Look, let me tell you something. Real talk. The other day, somebody sent me an email from because they saw our show, they saw our clips on TikTok, and they wanted me to be a brand deal for them. But I was like, do a brand partnership with them. And I looked at it, I was like, yeah, can't do that one because they was like, well, you know, we noticed that you're bald head and we got these male wigs. I was like, wait, what? I was like, oh man, you know, the time when I can get one of the sponsorships, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
But look, bro, are we live on YouTube?
We live on YouTube, bro.
I don't see us on YouTube anywhere. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Trying to find. All right, you guys on YouTube, like and subscribe, man. Yeah, I'm trying to share it right now.
We on YouTube, we on Instagram, we on Facebook.
When you're making your how-to videos, whenever you're cleaning your pool, are you you're editing them and like uploading them to YouTube?
Yes.
Or what? Do you have a separate pool channel, or everything's just going Millennial Nation?
On YouTube, it's all going Millennial Nation. I do have a separate page on the Instagram and Facebook, but I'm trying to keep that on the OG Millennial side, so I keep it all together. I don't have to keep going into different things to check stuff out.
Yeah,
but it's normally posted on one of those things. You can find it.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. Hey, this content is gonna be currency in the next 6 months.
When I say currency, why's that?
Because of the fact that remember we did that one episode about vertical dramas and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Guess who jumped into the pool?
Who?
Paramount.
You? Paramount did.
No, not Fox, Disney, TikTok. Even they signed with. There's this young lady called. Her name is Issa Rae. She's did one of the specials called Insecure that was once signed to HBO, and she ended up brokering $100 million deal with HBO at the time, and now she brought her shows from there, some shows from there, over to TikTok.
Oh, cool.
So content is going to be cash flow for the next probably 3 or 4 years. And look, even Tubi is getting into the game. Tubi app is going up. You know what I'm saying? So look, to all y'all content creators out there, look, keep creating content. I mean, it's okay to stop, but don't quit. If you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Stopping, giving yourself a chance to reset, re-break, but quitting is like, you know what, cancel the profile and all that stuff. Don't do that to yourself, because that content stays there and it can work for you. It can work against you, but right now you just need people to see it. Let them judge later. Just see my stuff right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Corey,
go ahead.
Speaking of dramas, why don't you take us into our first topic of the evening?
Man, well, our first topic of the evening, we talking about that NBA. Let alone, you know what I'm saying? I know, Don, you was watching wrestling, but I was zoned in on my Lakers.
Oh yeah.
I know this is the Dodgers LA hat, but I mean, I have my Lakers hat right over there. You know what I'm saying? And my boy LeBron, you know what I'm saying? He did it without Luka.
Luka's down, man.
You know what I'm saying? And but then the other team did not have Kevin Durant, and it was a win by 9. So by 9, but let me just say this. Let me say this. A lot of people get flack about the father and son duo being on the court at the same time and this and that. I don't care what anybody say. I would love to play basketball professionally with my son on the court. And if I was the son, I'm like, man, that's who I could be. That's who I could be. So you got a role model in the role on the court.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. And if they win the championship, that's gonna be
cool. Plus, like on the flip side, his son's out there making his own career versus trying to ride on the coattails of his father. You know what I mean? Like you see a lot of stars where their kids just ride on the coattails of them being a star. Yeah. The only reason they're known is because their mother and father were famous. You know what I mean? And they don't ever actually make a career of themselves. But here, this gentleman is out here making a career for his own self. So got his own money.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yep.
I don't see nothing
wrong.
I don't
think we're gonna win it though.
Yeah. I do.
Oh, we got a shot.
Yeah. Lakers got a shot.
No, she's talking about San Antonio. Yeah,
I'm talking about San Antonio Spurs, man.
Yeah, they got a better shot than the Lakers do, in my opinion.
Of course,
it's coming out of my mouth.
Look, no, San Antonio Spurs. Let me just say this: y'all are very potential high candidates of winning the NBA championship out of the East and the West. But
I don't know, man. Oklahoma's still the best team.
Oklahoma's still the but
OKC has been a very consistent.
They're the best team. They're the best team
over the
overall.
years, for sure. They've definitely been very, very consistent. The Spurs, man, we've had some terrible years, and we're like, as fans, as people who live in San Antonio, even people are like, "Yo, bro, what is going on? What is going on?"
You know why the Spurs aren't going to win it?
But when Wemby came on, right? Why?
Because Wemby and their other squad, as talented as they are, they need to get as close as they can and lose it so that Wemby gets that experience. None of these new players that come to the league, no matter how great they are, normally end up winning the championship right off the bat, right? I think that as good as Victor is in San Antonio, this ain't their year. They'll probably do it next year with another year under Wembanyama's belt, right? And experience in the playoffs now. And I have no doubt that they'll go to the Western Finals, right? But I don't see anybody beating. The only team I think who could beat Oklahoma is going to be the Celtics. But that's your NBA Finals. But if San Antonio don't do it next year, I mean, if they don't do it this year, I don't think they're going to do it this year. Next year, I would put all my money for San Antonio Spurs to win the Finals for sure. And I'm a Laker fan. I wish we would win it, but.
So you're telling me the Lakers with a healthy Austin Reeves, with a healthy Luka Doncic, and a healthy LeBron James cannot beat OKC and San Antonio?
Nah, if LeBron James were 10 years younger, yeah. But right now, LeBron is too old. And if he falls down one time, he's going to get hurt and injured for the whole game. And he's injury prone. And sometimes he falls and he's out. And then it's like, shit, well, now what are we going to do, right? And so I worry about that sometimes.
That is fake, man. He don't be injured. Well, let me not say that.
He be missing games, man. And
I don't think he be missing games, yes, but I think the reason being because he has other financial obligations. Because when
Look,
you don't
man,
see him, you do see commercials of him and podcasts of him
I'm
comes
not
up.
the only one saying this, man. Everybody out there is saying this about LeBron James, man. That is his one crutch is the fact that he's a flopper that can't stick in the game sometimes when he takes a hit, right? You push him and he flies like 10 feet.
Nah, man, that was like 2 seasons ago, man. Now you know he. The
Y'all are
reason
gonna
being,
hate me. I cannot stand
man,
LeBron. I cannot
you
stand
can't
him.
you don't like LeBron James.
No, I don't, because I think he is a very overrated basketball player. I'm not saying the man's not talented. I would never say that about
Overrated.
an athlete. I just feel like
What am I
he's
trying to say?
overrated. I remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about people doing remakes of movies.
Yeah.
Space Jam didn't need to be remade. It didn't. It really didn't.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I think that
Michael
was
Jordan
like,
still gonna be the GOAT. Just saying.
who gonna be
Just
the
saying.
Yeah.
GOAT?
Michael Jordan.
I'd say
Michael
Kobe,
Jordan.
but yeah, Kobe, Michael.
All right,
LeBron's
so
in the top 5. He's not number 1 though.
let me tell you something.
So
Okay,
let me tell
since
you
we
something,
going this
Rich.
route in the NBA Finals, we're going this route. Kobe Bean Bryant,
Mm-hmm.
broke his hand, got drafted from the Charlotte Hornets.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Rest in peace, Kobe. Didn't play a lick of game and got traded to the Lakers. Within his first 3 years, got a championship. Okay? Let me go ahead and tell you about Michael Jordan. One of the greatest basketball, I would say arguably he's in my top 3. I would say that. Because
You know,
the Lakers hold the number 2 spot in my heart of GOATs. Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. But now let me say this about Kobe. All right.
mm-hmm.
Kobe changed the way people thought about the game, played the game, and looked at just all over health. There would be no LeBron James spending $1 million on his health if it wasn't Kobe Bryant doing all of that to his health. He the one put people on game. He the one who was in the gym an hour before practice, an hour after the game, shooting 1,000 shots, 1,000 made shots.
Mamba mentality, homie. That's the Mamba mentality.
So, and look, Jordan, great player. 6 years. I mean, he got 6 chips. I think he played, 12 years in the league? Kobe Bryant got 5 years, played 20 years in the league. And not only that, he changed basketball. Now, LeBron James changed basketball too. But you talking about LeBron James, which is a great player, but he never stayed with one team and got all his rings. Only 2 players to do that was Jordan and Kobe. But Jordan didn't stay in the league. He left and came back. Kobe stuck it out for a whole 20 years. Rise or fall. 5 chips. I don't care what nobody say Kobe is the greatest of all time. Show me another player better, and I tell you, you're a liar.
Oh, what do you got, Bobby? You look like you got something to say. What you holding on to?
I do, because so a couple of things. One, I'm not even gonna mess with Kobe, because he, hands down, that's not even an argument. There's zero argument there. So I think when it came to not just talent, but personality, who you are on and off the court, determine who you are as a person. And it's not how you play. It's going to be how you treat folks, how you're going to be, towards your parents. How do you treat your wife? You know what I mean? I'm not saying LeBron did nothing bad, but Michael Jordan, even after he left basketball, came back. When he officially retired in 2003, he had 6 NBA championships under his belt and 5 MVPs. He still has like one of the highest scoring points in all the NBA. But what I'm saying is, like, a couple of days ago, I was listening to a story about him when he first started with the Bulls, and he was excited to be on the team, which is understandable. That's a huge step in a whole NBA career for him. Well, he wanted to be, with the team, and so I guess they had gone on to a hotel somewhere, and he was invited into one of their rooms, and there were some shady things happening, and he said that he made a choice in his career to be different, to not be like some of the people he was possibly, hanging out with on the court. He wasn't going to try to be like them off the court, basically. Right. He chose not to partake in any of the tomfoolery. Let's just say that
I like
that
the word
was
popularity.
he wasn't taking any part of it, and he's he's quoted as saying, "I have failed over and over again, and that's why I succeed." You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You learn from your failures, and you can see it. I think in and out of his life. I know he does a lot of charity work and stuff. So to me, he's an admirable individual because of who he is off the court, and not just how many baskets he can shoot, how many points he gets.
What I feel about with LeBron is like for generational seasons, he's probably the best of his generation, right? Like each 10 years or so, there's a new superstar that comes and normally replaces the former one. Like Kobe
Mhm.
replaced Jordan, right? If you were to look at the next generation after Kobe with this group, I would say it would be LeBron, right? Like
Mhm.
primarily because of his longevity. He's just outplayed everybody else who came into the league in or around the time that he came into the league, right? So
Mhm.
there's a reason why he's number one and why people say he's number one is because the generation that grew up during the LeBron James generation has only seen LeBron James's greatness. They have to watch videos and clips of Kobe
Or
or
Michael.
Magic or
Mhm.
Michael or even the ones before that in the black and white era, right? Like there are so many historians, like Dr.
James.
J, right? You go back to Dr. J, Michael Irving, and that generation. Jordan came and replaced Dr. J, right? Or
Mhm.
Magic replaced Dr. J, Jordan, and that's how the system went, right? And I give LeBron his credit, like that's his picture on my wall right there, but
Mhm.
when it comes down to the question of the GOAT, in my opinion, nah, he's not the GOAT. And it's not just because he had to move around different teams to win championships. It's just because when it comes to the hard hitting, under the basket nose playing of the prior generations compared to this generation, it's a lot softer, right? So when you get shoved a little bit and then you flop onto the ground and you complain and try and get a foul to the referee, it's like, nah. I grew up during the basketball where if you got shoved, you came back and you shoved them, and then you guys ended up probably scrapping, and so
Right, right.
that's my only negative against LeBron. And unfortunately, it's almost everybody's negative about LeBron is the fact that he's a crybaby flopper a lot of the times. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I hear
Well,
no
That's the
lies.
OG
I hear
millennials
no
opinion on that
lies.
one though,
man,
man.
y'all
Like,
ain't watched basketball recently, man. That man don't flop anymore.
Yes, he does.
yeah. Last year we were talking about basketball in the finals, and I was talking about Luca. And you
Right.
yourself, Corey, was like, oh, fat Luca Doncic. I was like, nah, you don't understand. He's going in the off season, he's losing weight. Dude lost weight, came back, lost like 20 pounds, and was like the superstar, right? And
Yeah.
everybody's hoping he comes back because apparently he's our hope. I don't think he's our hope. I like Austin Reeves. I think
Mhm.
we got to find a replacement for LeBron James, man. We need a
Yeah.
good big guy who's young and like a Giannis. We need a fucking Giannis on our team, a big guy who's gonna dominate the paint because we have so many great small guys, right? But we don't have that. Who's our Joel Embiid or freak? Who else?
Well, we
Like
got Anton. I mean, but you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He's not that he's not that bullyish in the middle. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
need a
right.
bullyish in the middle. And
We
like
got to push Victor Wembanyama around. Who's gonna push that
yeah,
guy?
Dude, have you
and
seen Wemby's
Victor,
arms? Dude
yeah.
is huge.
But
Dude is so
Wimbiana, he
big.
also can shoot. See, that's the
Okay.
difference. When you have a 7-footer that can shoot, like Kevin Durant can shoot.
Yeah.
Wimbiana, he can shoot. Like,
Mhm.
you know what
No,
I'm
he
saying?
can
Don't
shoot.
get me wrong. Aiden, he's good in the paint, but he's not no bully. And you got, Wimbiana, that dude don't jump. He tippy toes and dunk. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't mad at it. That's
Mhm.
why they pay you the big bucks in the league for you to be able to do those things that you can do. But you right about one thing, man. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody because LeBron is not going to play another year or two. I think this is his last year. And the reason why I say that is because father time does take advantage on your body. And
Yeah.
you guys said something. Yeah, he's injury prone, but the man played the game for 23 years
Yeah.
straight. You know
Need
what
to
I'm saying?
retire, LeBron. Just rest and enjoy your life, man.
But at the 23 years of the way he's playing, he's still putting up numbers in
Yeah.
double digits.
Yeah.
24, 23. You can guarantee at least 15 to 30 points from this man every game.
He don't
Every
Not
got
just
game.
more scoring
not just,
titles
not
than
just
Jordan
that,
though.
but
He
let's
does.
look let's look at like from a business perspective, right? People want to get, like I've told y'all in the past, I've used this term, but you know it's true. They
Yeah.
want butts and seats. And the moment
Yes.
that LeBron steps on the court, there's going to be fans
Ticket
there to
prices.
cheer him on, right?
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that. But it was
True.
funny because Donald, back in 2013, I remember the Spurs played the championship with the Miami Heat. Yes, the Spurs won. Haters. Anyways,
Them ducking.
oh my gosh, the amount of times that LeBron was flopping while they were playing, I was just like, you got to be kidding me, man! You got to be kidding me!
That was
It was.
2013. We talking about 12, 13 years ago.
It don't matter. It's listen pattern. It's a pattern, Corey.
When I saw
It's
Kobe
a
Bryant go up
pattern.
against LeBron James in the All-Star game, Kobe Bryant beat up LeBron James. He shut him
see.
down.
Yes.
Kobe had that natural talent.
That was an
And
old Kobe Bryant against the young LeBron James. He shut him
Yes.
down.
Yes, because did you see the game? See, there's called the passing of the guard. The game that you saw with Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, that game also happened with Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant.
Yep,
And
I saw that one too.
And I was like, and you
That
saw
was
how
equal though.
yeah,
That
they
was
were
pretty
so
even.
competitive. It was
Yeah.
very competitive. And so I think that's where the game left. Like it went a little bit more like everybody stopped playing the defense and they're more offense. It's not as competitive because I don't see nobody crashing the boards. Nobody. I saw two games this past weekend. Nobody crashing the boards. I'm like, you ain't gonna jump. You look, oh, he's gonna shoot the 3-point. You're not gonna run on him. You ain't gonna go boogity boogity boot. No, you just let the man shoot. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Nobody crashing the boards. It's like you 6'18". Why are you not jumping after the basket when it's a brick? I don't get it. I don't get it.
But still early, man. It's only the first round, right?
Yeah. First round, we got the W. I think we play tonight. If not tomorrow, LeBron, if you're hearing me, go for 40. Damn it, go for 40. We need that 40.
But for those of you listening, the actual NBA finals are going to start on June 3rd. And luckily enough, there's not going to be a single game on Sunday this season. So if you're watching basketball, you'll be looking for those games Monday through Saturday. However it is that they choose to divvy up the schedule. But there won't be none on Sunday because Sunday for church.
Church. They got what? They got what? Say it one more time, Bobby.
They got what? I don't know.
Church. Now, moving right along. Now, am I the only one when I was a young kid? I would rush home to turn on Fox 11 to try to get Sunday wrestling from WWE. I was like, preacher, quit asking for an offering. The same people in here from the first offering is in here for the second. Let's go. I'm trying to see this match. I wanted to see Undertaker versus Kane. Can we get this thing going? But you know what I'm saying? That was back then. But Don, what we got popping on when it comes to wrestling, bro?
Yeah, man. What a great flashback. Undertaker versus Kane, man. They had some great battles back. I was like late 90s. I think I was like the late 90s, man. Attitude Era. Stone Cold Steve Austin and whatnot, man. We had WrestleMania. Yeah, WrestleMania just happened this weekend, man. Crazy stories coming out of WrestleMania. And if you guys didn't catch it, you can go on to ESPN through the Disney Plus app or whatever, and you can watch it anytime you want. And a lot of celebrities came and made some appearances. A couple historic things happened as far as events go. I could try and just summarize and give a brief recap, right? Some of the superstars and entertainers that were involved in this year's WrestleMania, we had Jelly Roll, we had Pat McAfee, and we had Jelly Roll delivering an elbow onto Pat McAfee through an announce table.
What?
We had
I gotta go see that.
Little Yachty. Little Yachty made an appearance, came down to the ring with a guy named Trick Williams, Trick Willie, while everybody was chanting, "Whoop that trick! Whoop that trick! Whoop!" All right, and he made his appearance, and that was pretty fun. The first match of the first night, they had the Usos and LA Knight. They had a three-way match against Logan Paul and a guy named Austin Theory, and I Chose Speed. I Chose Speed came through and tag teamed with Logan Paul, and did pretty well. You know, he was very active, took some hits, delivered some hits, and
Yeah,
in the end, you know, he lost. He took the pin, and so Logan Paul and his partner betrayed him, and then beat his ass at the end, made him a good guy and whatnot. And so the celebrities are making impacts not just like in the stands anymore, where they're getting like a picture of them and they're waving. Like these guys are like getting active and
yeah,
into it. And the internet wrestling community, a lot of it's kind of mixed, right? A lot of people have mixed feelings about like YouTubers and entertainers coming into the business because they're taking spots away from other people who are a part of the wrestling company, right? And so there's like that little bit of controversy to it, but sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. Pat McAfee was great though. If anybody's a Pat McAfee fan, he performed very well. Um, One of the big highlights that happened, Brock Lesnar. A lot of people know Brock Lesnar from UFC and wrestling, WWE, right? He's a super champion, NCAA champion too. He might have had his last match yesterday. At the end, he lost to a man named Obafemi, who was pretty much his replacement. Like, we were talking Kobe
yeah.
replaced Jordan and whatnot. Well, Obafemi is Brock Lesnar's replacement. He's a black
Wow,
guy who's like about 6'5",
kind of
three
yoked.
fifty, yoked out. Yeah, he's a beast. He's a
Dang.
monster.
What's his
And
name?
his name is Obafemi. He's got this little strut that he does when he comes down to the ring that's taking over the internet right now, right?
Yeah, I
It's
saw
Oh gosh.
yeah.
that.
So at the end of the match, it was a quick match. Brock Lesnar lost, and at the end, he took off his gloves, left his gloves and his shoes in the ring, which was the symbolizing of the retirement and whatnot. And he went walking out. So it might have been the retirement of Brock Lesnar. He might be retiring from wrestling and just going and hunting. Spends a lot of time hunting, right? And
I could definitely see him being like a Paul Heyman to some of the new wrestlers coming in. Because remember
mhm.
back in the day, the wrestlers had the managers.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? I could see him being one of them.
yeah, he's definitely he's getting up there in age, he might have had an injury. I don't know. He signaled like this in X, and for referees, that's an injury signal. So maybe because he got lifted up pretty high and slammed down pretty hard, and being that big, it could have been very easily to like I don't know, like dislocate a shoulder or something, or lose a
Yeah.
rib or something like that. So, but everybody, the main event was talking about everybody talking about Roman Reigns, right? Roman Reigns beat CM Punk and it was once again the WWE Wrestling Champion. There was a 2 month promo battle. It all ended. Nobody interfered or anything like that. It was pretty good. The
Yeah.
numbers in Las Vegas pulled in millions. First night, I think it was like 50,000. The second night was like 60,000 or something like that. They
In
didn't do a
attendance,
sellout. Hmm?
you said 50,000 in attendance.
Yeah.
Oh
And
wow.
so like they didn't sell out, and a lot of people were complaining because the prices that they're charging for tickets, man, is just ridiculous. And then you got to fly to these places, and especially Las Vegas, you got to fly to Vegas, you got to pay for room and board in
Yeah.
Vegas, you got to pay for food in Vegas. And so what used to be like, all right, we could spend a couple $100, take the kids to WrestleMania and have fun, to you got to have $5,000 to go to this thing. And you're sitting up in the balconies still for that price. And in my
Yeah.
opinion, that's not cool because
Oh,
they're making so much money. Like they didn't sell out, but they made more money than they had in any other WrestleMania. And it's because how much they're
wow.
Dang.
charging for tickets. And they're not even shy about it. They're promoting it and bragging like, hey, thank you. You helped us sell out this place and make the most money we've ever made for this event. And people are, yeah, we gave you all our money. It's really weird right now in society.
Wrestling, I think honestly, man, I think honestly makes its money off of nostalgia and adrenaline. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you got those
Yeah.
father and daughter, or father and son, or mother and daughter, mother and son, who one of it's like passing of the guard. You know what I'm saying? Son, this is your first WrestleMania. I remember going to WrestleMania with my dad, or daughter, this is your first WrestleMania. I remember going to WrestleMania with my mom. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's a nostalgia thing, and sports entertainment will always be expensive. It will. And you know what? Hey, that's why you can't buy stock in teams, because it's gonna always go up. It's always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True that. True that. That's about it for the WrestleMania, man. I mean, like, there were a lot of other matches, nothing super important that I could think of that really like, man, stood out. Like, Cody Rhodes beat Randy Orton for the other belt on night one.
Okay.
That was the one where Pat McAfee interfered and Jelly Roll came with the elbow and elbowed Pat McAfee. So that was their main event. It was entertaining, but not as good as the second night. If you're gonna watch and only had one night to watch, I would say watch Sunday over Saturday. Sunday was better. I give both of those days B's though. It wasn't great shows, but they had good moments. Very good moments.
Good moments. Good moments. You know what, bro? Let me ask you guys a question. It's a nostalgia question. All right. What was your favorite WrestleMania match of all time? Starting with you, Donald.
Macho Man versus Hulk Hogan. Way back in the day. I was a super Macho Man fan, and like Hulk Hogan was the best at that time. And once Macho Man beat him for that belt, I was like, hell yeah. Even though he was kind of a bad guy still, I was like, hell yeah. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
he had
What
Miss
about
Elizabeth, man. That was cool.
what about you, Bobby?
I'm thinking probably when The Rock was against Triple H. Was it
Hmm.
like very late 90s, early 2000s?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, I don't know, man. I think I'm torn between two, and it got the Hulkster in both of them. The
Oh yeah.
Hulk, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior, or it was the Hulk versus the Rock, man. I don't know, man.
yeah.
Those, you know what I'm saying? I still get goosebumps from time to time when I hear, but when I watch when I go back and watch it in time, man,
Yeah.
because I remember Ultimate Warrior. I think he had one of the coldest intros into the music. Like his music could come on, right? And you hear the rock, the heavy da da da, and then he
Yeah.
comes out just as amped as the music, running
Yeah.
at top speed and slides in the ring and just starts shaking the room, shaking the ropes. I don't know, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, Stone Cold, his entrance is fire. You know what I'm saying? But it was something about them and then the Rockers. The Rockers intro was there. You know what I'm saying? But damn it, take me back to the 90s,
Yeah, man.
80s, and the
Yeah, man.
boy.
Dude, even the Rock and Hogan, man, that was like I think early 2000s, man, and maybe it
Yeah.
was the late 90s, and that was
And I,
amazing. It was so good to see how because I was like super Rock, right, and then Hulk Hogan came in, and everybody was for Hogan, and everybody turned on the Rock. I was like, oh hell no, that's the fucking Rock. How y'all doing that shit, man? I'm still for motherfuck that shit. Fuck you, Hogan.
you know what I'm saying?
I dropped the leg. All right, Hogan. Oh shit, why am I cheering for Hogan again? No, this
I
ain't supposed
know,
to
right?
happen.
It was one of those matches where I don't know, man. I can remember everything about that day too,
Yeah.
bro. It's those matches, and that's why they sell those tickets.
Story.
Yeah, they
They
sell
sold
those.
you on the story, man. It's a soap opera for men. It's a straight up. And they used to have really great writing. Now the writing's not so great, and that's why a lot of people aren't watching. They lost a lot of fans compared to when we were watching when we were younger. Like, there's a
Yeah,
reason why our people aren't watching anymore, and only like diehard fans like me are still watching this shit. It's because they got me
yeah.
locked in, right? And I can't miss my soaps. I can't
Can't
miss
miss
my
it. Oh, no.
soaps.
Some people got, you know what I'm saying? Some people have what is Young and the Restless, others got WWE.
Yep, that's what it is, man. That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is.
Soap opera. That's
I'm
funny.
saying, no, for real, man. You got to think, and then you pass them down. Because you know what, man? I don't care how old you can be. You can be 15 to 75. You gonna love you some soap operas that you connected with, and whether it's wrestling, whether it's Sisters from Tyler Perry, whether it's Beyond the Gates on on Paramount, or the
Mhm.
Young and the Restless, All My Children, General Hospital, all those places, you gonna find something you can connect to.
Yeah,
And when that phone ring, you like, stop, don't answer. I'm watching my soap. I'm
yeah.
watching my soap.
The longest episodic running series in the world is every week it's new. Longest episodic series is the wrestling.
Wrestling.
So,
Yeah.
never a
Yeah.
rerun.
Mm-mm.
Shit's
They
always
can't.
new.
Yeah.
That's the millennial moment for your wrestling.
Hey, let's go ahead and get a plot on that bad boy. For sure. So what we got next, Bobby? Talk
Let
to
me
us.
tell you, earlier, man, Donald, you said something that was like, oh, that would have been perfect. You had waited so we could like transition into the next segment. And you had talked about whenever the basketball players go out there on the court and somebody gets shoved, and rather than flopping on the floor like LeBron, you get up and you start scrapping. But
That's
listen,
right there.
listen,
I hear that shot.
listen. I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay, hear me out though. Um, as parents, right? So kind of transitioning, but still keeping it into the sports theme, the sports element. How do you teach your kids sportsmanship, right? And so a lot of times maybe our kids are in soccer, they're in basketball, they do baseball, whatever that looks like, whatever sport your kid is in. How are you encouraging them to be a good teammate, right? And so some of the things I was thinking about is, number one, you got to model the right behavior. If you're going out and you're yelling at the refs on the sidelines, you're trash talking the other team, you're out there acting like a fool. What kind of example does that set for your kids? You know? No, seriously, I've seen some.
Yeah.
No.
You're like, look, it's T-ball. It ain't that serious, man. It's not that serious. And most of the time, especially with kids teams, a lot of the coaches, they're volunteers. They're parents themselves, just wanting to be involved in their own kids' lives. And so how's that going to look if you've got other parents on the sidelines trash talking? And honestly, there's some leagues where if they find a parent doing that, they will just straight kick you out.
Yeah.
They won't tolerate any of that.
That's good.
Rather than asking your kids, hey, how did you win? You could instead, hey, did you hustle? What did you do? Did you treat your teammates good? You know what I mean? And asking them about building those values within the team. What does that look like? And normalizing the respect for your opponents. They
Yeah.
may be your opponents, but they are still a part of the game. And are you treating them respectfully? Are you making sure that you encourage handshakes, telling them good game? At the end, whether you won or lost, let everybody know, hey, you did a good job as you're walking through there. Now, not everybody gets a trophy, and that's going to kind of lead me into like the last bit of this. All right, this is huge. You have to teach, dude.
Awards.
Look, perfect. Yeah. Teaching your kids how to lose gracefully. If
Yeah.
if you dude, I don't know if you've ever seen some of these kids where they have meltdowns because
Oh.
they've lost.
Oh yes.
They've had they've lost, and it's wild. Rather than blaming the referees, they're like, oh, they didn't see this, or blaming their coaches or other teammates for something or another. Teaching your kid how to take that self responsibility, do some self reflection, and be like, hey, what can I improve on in the future so I can be better, and make sure that the individual who won, go and congratulate them. Be like, congratulations, you did a great job. Teaching them to lose gracefully.
Yeah.
It's huge, because as we've talked about in kind of other parenting topics, there's going to be a lot of no's before you hit that yes. There's going to be a lot of no's. And so there's many, many times, just as we mentioned earlier about Michael Jordan, he's able to succeed because he's lost again and again and again.
Yeah.
And sometimes losing is always a bad thing. It'll humble us, and it'll get us to a point where, you know what, I think I need to work just a little bit harder, because this person who did win, they won very well, put the time, the effort, and the energy, and and the backbone kind of into whatever their sport is, in order to be good, in order to be that winner.
Yeah.
And we want to ensure that you're never ever cheating. We don't cheat to win. That's not the proper way of doing it. I don't care what anybody says. If you're a cheater, out.
Yeah, cheaters never prosper. I still stand by that. However, one thing I like to say this.
Mm-hmm.
I never like to use the word lose. I like to use the word learn. But no, I do acknowledge that there was a goal that you have not won. Like, so with my son, he played for the YMCA a couple times, and they didn't win. They didn't win. Okay, let's just say they didn't win, right? However, I was like, did you have fun? Yeah. What did you learn that you could do better? And he said, yeah. And we talked about it. And that was it. That was it for me, right? You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, you're not going to win everything, but you're not going to lose everything either.
Yeah.
And when you lose, there's something you can learn from a loss. But you know what I'm saying? You also gotta be you also gotta be real. That's why, like I said, participation trophies, I don't participate.
Mhm.
It's like, well, here's the trophy for being keep that. Because that's just a reminder that you did not win. You
Yeah.
know?
That's funny. And some of the things you can do to help build their confidence in what they're doing is making sure that you're setting expectations before the game,
Of
making
course.
sure that you're letting them know, hey, don't be arguing with the refs. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Whatever you're doing on or off the court, those stats, those mistakes, those wins or losses, they're not your identity.
Right.
And so ensuring that they know that they went out there, they know that they played a good game, helping to build their confidence, but setting some realistic expectations. You win some, you lose some. But
Yeah.
you know what? You lose some, you dust off your heels and you get right back up to it and you keep on hustling.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you can always use some real examples. Sit down with your kids, watch some WrestleMania, watch some NBA finals together, and look and see what does good sportsmanship look like. You can
Uh,
see real life examples. What does bad sportsmanship look like?
Yeah.
Listen, an elbow to the face, in WrestleMania. Listen, it's because I love you. I'm just playing. Don't do that.
not a good
No, but you
example.
could
Don't come in the ring and
maybe
beat up the referee because then
maybe not the
that's
best one.
that's
It's
just
not a good
trolling.
example.
But we're using those real examples. What does bad sportsmanship look like, and what does good sportsmanship look like? Learning how to, maybe sometimes if you have a bad attitude, you need to take a breath, go ahead and sit it out. If you have to later, apologize to somebody. Hey, you know what? I probably shouldn't have called you that. That's my fault. I let my emotions get the best of me, and teaching them how to deal with those emotions that can kind of come up with um, losing or even winning, because you can also win terribly.
Yes.
You
Oh
can
yeah.
win terribly. You could be
You
a straight
can.
jerk.
Yeah.
Let's let's not be
Yeah.
that. Let's not be that person. Nobody likes that.
No.
Nobody likes
Well,
that person.
yeah, I wouldn't say nobody because sometimes it's funny for an audience that he sees somebody say, "Ha ha, I gotcha," but
Yeah,
then in the background it's like the person who's getting ha ha ain't so happy because he may just go get a pew pew and it be all over. They're like, "What happened, officer?" Well, the guy ha ha him and he said pew pew him,
that's
and then when
right.
the pew pew ha ha, then everybody was funeral.
And at the very end of your kids' sports season, you could do some reflection with them and ask them, how they felt about the season. Do they think that their teammates enjoyed playing with them? And also, like, are they coachable? Are they being respectful? Things to know if you tend to stay in sports in the future. What's good to know ahead of time? How to be the best, teammate possible uh, for the other players.
Right.
What are you doing right? What are you doing wrong? And do some reflection. Always be the example first and foremost to your children. They look at you first. They see what you're doing, how you're talking, how you're treating individuals. So, like anything else in life, sportsmanship starts in the home.
It starts in the home. And look, what you got to say about that, Don?
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah. So I guess yeah, it starts in the home, right? Yep, starts there with
Mhm.
board games. How are you? How and
Ooh,
like you said, it's like with
dude, that's
parents and
legit.
yeah,
That
what's the
is
example
legit.
from the parents, right? Like,
Hmm.
when they're playing those games, because that's in. But once they get into actual sports, a lot of it comes down to a coach, right? And the representation of the team. If you're in school, a lot of it has to do with your sport that you're in too, right? Like
Hmm.
I was a track and field star, right? I was a great runner. And so with my sport, there's not too much interaction, right? I would get out there and I would never be the best, even though I was great. In my head, I always just wanted to make the top three. So before I would hit the blocks, I would do a quick little prayer. God, let me get in the top three. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. But there are some sports out there that require you to be tough and you can't be that compassionate. For example, like if you look at football, hockey, and sports where you have to go out there and you have to be aggressive, you have to take this
Yeah.
person's head off, you cannot be friendly,
Hmm.
are is a different mentality, right? But at the same time, what do you see those teams always do at the end of those games? Like you said, Bobby, they come together, they give high fives, they shake hands, they're like, "Hey,
Hmm.
man, whoopty whoopty whoop." But
Yeah.
that's not the case in all situations. Some situations, people are just tough, and they don't care who sees it, and so because of that, they're going to push harder. You're going to get somebody with like a Ron Artest out there who's going to,
Ooh,
he if you push him, he's going to push you back three times harder, right? And
Hmm.
so I think that's what it really comes down to is your sport and how you can control it. And I guess the more control you have at a younger age over it, the more you'll be able to have control as an adult. But if you are a person at a young age who is stuck with having a bad attitude, right, you got to have someone come in and help break that cycle. And if it's not the coach, first it should be the coach, because he's the one who's seeing it in practice, and if the coach can't do it, then the parents got to get into it, and if nobody can break this person, then it's like, I don't know what you can do in that situation, but I doubt that's hardly really the situation. Like I'm sure.
I don't know what you're gonna do in that situation. You just effed out.
Yeah, right. Like most people, I'm sure it doesn't come to that, but I think ultimately, yeah, like you gotta check yourself, or you gotta have someone be able to check you. Like most people won't check themselves, right? Like you
Mhm.
get that adrenaline going through you. Someone catches you with an elbow in basketball. You want to you want to do something because he elbowed you in the face and now you're bleeding. It's like. But
No, real.
at the end of the game, you got to be able to come and shake hands and be like, "Hey, man, my bad for that elbow. All right, it's all good, bro. Buy me a beer and then we'll be even or something, right?" Like
Mhm.
It's not like Above the Rim. If y'all ever watched that movie,
I did. That's a tough
that's
movie,
why
man.
people
That's a
out of
Bronx basketball, though, man. That's
yeah.
New York.
Rucker Park, Sunset
Yeah,
Park,
man.
all
It's
them
different
parks.
in New York.
Yeah, they ball
That was
different.
a really really good example about like just doing like board games and stuff at home, because we've had some really really heavy nights of playing Uno. We're just
Mm.
straight trash talking.
Oh,
All right, Uno
oh,
gets
Yeah.
very serious in our home.
yes. Mine too. We played
Mhm.
2 hours. It's called No Mercy Uno. Have you guys
Yeah, no
ever
mercy
played?
Uno.
Oh my God. We it was 7 of us. And of course I won. Yes, I won. I was the victor. However, it was a lot of trash talking. And sometimes you have to eat that trash because somebody will pick a card and pull your hand. So you
Yeah.
never know. You know what I'm saying?
Talk
But
that
yeah,
trash until I throw a +4 down on you.
exactly.
Yeah.
But if
Right.
I can stack it, I'm gonna hit you with that +4 back.
We stack it in the Lopez household. All
Oh yeah,
right, we
we stacking
stack
in the
it.
Alvarez too. Yeah.
For me, it
Uno,
was
boy.
Risk, the
Risk.
global conquest
Oh
game,
yeah,
man. Either
that's
that or
Oh,
Monopoly. Like games with dice, I get really angry because it's like, just the fucking dice, man. Oh my
yeah.
god.
That's bad though, right? Because it's a game of chance. Because I mean, it is what it is. You're not going to roll dice a certain way and then come up with the same number every time. It's a game of
nah,
chance.
Yeah.
nah.
Dude, man, one of my not my little one, my older one, she really got pissy the other night. We were playing Candyland because I told you it's been raining.
Yeah.
Candyland was such a
Woo!
fun game. Oh, I played that game
Man,
as a kid.
she got one of the characters, so she got to get like pretty close to the end of the board. And now she's going through, she's tip tapping on a couple of colors, thinking she's slick. And what
Right.
happened? She got her butt straight back to the beginning of the board. I
Start
Mm.
ended
boy.
up winning that
Oh,
game.
oh
I
Yeah.
was
no.
like, see, all that trash talking
Yeah.
that you did, and here you go,
Some
biting the
games are
dust.
designed for that. Now, y'all remember that game, Sorry? That was designed
Oh
for a
yeah.
smart ass person. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
This you ain't sorry.
I'm saying. But
That's
nah,
funny.
man, you made a good point, and I think to close it on that, it's like the fact is, um, those are breeding grounds for us to build integrity into our kids, Don and Bobby. Board games, you know what I'm saying? See how well they good at losing on those games before you put them out in the basketball court
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
somebody duck on them and then they ready to go pew pew.
Yeah.
You're like, where my pew pew at? You know what I'm saying?
I
So
just
yeah,
came to ball, man. I just wanted the ball.
I'm scared of ball, man. So, yeah, I get it. That's a good one. You know what I'm saying? To start people off with card games before you put them in a game. Mm, great ending for today.
Or
Man,
dominoes. I was teaching my daughter dominoes, man. She was not having it.
I
no,
get
I
no.
was
cocky with
like,
dominoes. Oh, that's a
I'm very
cocky game for me.
I talk mess. I'm the Ivory King when it comes to
Yeah.
dominoes.
I like
So
I gotta be
I'm
able
a
to slam that shit
yeah,
hard. I gotta be able to throw it hard or it's not
I've
fun for me.
broken plenty of dominoes. I've had sets with broken big sixes, broken big fives. Yes. I think I almost sprained my hand one time when I broke a table playing
Yeah.
like because I was
I got
winning.
a really cool domino set. They're about this big. I don't know if you can see, but they're about 12 inches.
Okay.
They're
Oh
about 12
wow.
inches for each domino. They're giant dominoes.
The
Oh wow.
two-handed slam.
Yeah.
My 5.
Oh my gosh.
No, give me my
My husband wanted his all, what are y'all doing? Because we used up the whole living room. We have a whole
Yeah.
living room space that's got
That's
nothing
awesome.
in it. And so we used up the whole living room as a giant board. And he's
Have you
like,
ever stood him up and then
"Ah."
knocked him down? Like,
Of course.
that's what I
How
didn't know.
that's
No,
how I
I want to
started
know, Bobby,
playing
with
shot.
yours.
Oh yeah, I
No.
can imagine.
That would be
Big
Those,
old
amazing,
great
those,
right?
dishes.
those big ones?
Furniture.
No.
Don't be under that
No,
shit.
That's
but they
funny.
also got Big 9 dominoes too. I walked in on my cousin and they were playing Big 9 and Big 12 dominoes.
Yeah, I hate that. I don't like it.
I said, y'all
I
took
go,
this away. Y'all make this a
Yeah.
math problem. It is no
My
longer
mom does
dominoes.
that. Big 12. I'm like, I can't handle this. They make dominoes too where they're triangles now.
Yeah.
Triominoes.
mhm.
That's a
Yeah.
weird
Yeah,
game.
those are double dominoes. I know because I have some. You can't see them, but they are right behind me. Behind these screens is a whole like cupboard full of
Yeah.
games, full of them.
Nice,
But yeah,
nice.
teach them at home first. Sportsmanship
Teach them at
starts in the
home.
home. Teach them to lose gracefully and set the example.
Yeah, so when they out in the field, they don't. When they lose, they ain't gotta go get their pew 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 pew, and we ain't gotta worry about any of those.
Oh, there it is, man.
Mhm.
Yep. Get that knock on the door at 2 a.m. Go down.
Exactly. Like, what happened? He just like, and then you got the kid up in there. What's the matter? I don't know. I just went red.
I
Wait,
don't know
what?
nothing. I don't know nothing.
I was watching LeBron, and LeBron said,
Yeah.
If I
LeBron
throw myself over here, not to play.
Jay. On that note, thank you guys for tuning in to Technically Speaking News. Check it out. If you're in Barry County, Bobby, talk to them. Let them know what they can get from you.
So, if you're interested and you know somebody who might have water damage in their home, you're more than welcome to hit me up at bobby.lopez.5 on Instagram, and you'll find me bobby.lopez on Facebook. We are a woman-owned, veteran-owned small business here in the South Central Texas area, offering water mitigation. And so if you happen to have any type of water loss in your home, please reach out. We'd be more than happy to come over, give you a quote, and make sure that the water damage gets taken care of. It takes less than 48 hours with all the humidity here for mold to begin to build up. Those spores can go behind all sorts of sheetrock, behind the walls. And before you get that to spread, you're going to want to get that taken care of. So if you have any water damage needs that you need, please hit me up, Patriot Restorations, LLC.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, OG Millennial, talk to us, man. What can they get from you?
yep, we're cleaning pools and we're cleaning spas. In fact, I just got a call from one of my contractors who was asking me some questions about an account. And you guys can do the same thing. If you have any questions or thoughts about pricing on your swimming pool or spa, even if it's an above ground pool, right? Like I can answer those questions and give you some prices on that. Also, if you guys wanted to go and get more of this social media content, you could go to Millennial Nation Worldwide. I'm posting more videos and content on there as well. But O_G_Millennial, right, on Instagram and on the Facebooks. You can find me there as well, Millennial Nation or OG Millennial. Corey, to you.
Yo. So you already know who it is. It's your main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni. Now check it out. If you're looking either to get into podcasting or you need some help with your social media or you just need some coaching, go ahead, slide me a DM at Corey Giovanni at all platforms, and I'll give you a free consultation. We'll talk, walk, and work something out for you. Plus, I do specialize in giving people who are interested in making money with the side hustle with a framework. And if you need that, contact me as well. It's your main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni, and that is it from me. And on that note, thank you for tuning in to Technically Speaking News. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, because we are continually to give you news
that you can use.
Hey, and we are out. Peace.
Bye.
Be safe.